right. I know there's a couple people waiting here. Sorry, I'm a little late. I couldn't figure out how to start this. I'm new to the whole live streaming bit. Mm, Things seem to change really quickly on this platform, so bear with me. I'm going to try and get to my. Here we go. If anybody's watching, I've got live chat enabled. I'd love to see how that works. I've never actually seen it work before. So throw something in there if you can. All right. So Aquatic Park this Saturday, July 20th. I'm going over the conditions. Immediately, it's looking pretty good, but we'll go over all the details. All of the links that I look at are in the description, so you can check those out. There's a few good things like the Dolphin Club about tides and currents and stuff. Really detailed stuff. I love reading this stuff. So if you're interested and want to learn more about Aquatic Park, definitely read about this. There's a lot to it, a lot of science, and it's really interesting stuff. It's not all straightforward. The mouth of the bay is really dynamic. There's stuff going on that sometimes you wouldn't expect. So let's go back over here. If you're another team, anybody attending this, check with your teams to see if they need any volunteer help hauling stuff or whatnot. What do we got? Oh, that's Del Val. We don't need Del Val. That's over. Wetsuit catalog. If you need a wetsuit, this is our little catalog. It's fairly well taken care of. You can kind of check to see if there's a size and then just get in touch with me. If not, go to Sports Basement. Rent one. You can rent like a triathlon suit. But you can also rent from surf shops. Just get like a surf suit. Oh, there we go. All right. Looking at Aquatic Park here, we're going to set up down here again in front of the Maritime Museum. North end, park on Van Ness. There's lots of parking here, especially if you get here early. Never heard of anybody having a problem getting parking. You might need to park up on the streets here, which is less ideal. It's much more city parking on the street, especially down here at Jefferson. It's kind of hectic. So come down Van Ness and park along down here. You can park all the way down here on the sides. No alerts. Oh no, there is an alert. Look at this. This is new. Sick birds and wildlife, H5N1. That's bird flu, I guess. Look at this. If you get bombed by a bird, wash off immediately and watch out for getting sick. This is also a good time. Oh, I don't need to go there. I've heard reports of a seal or maybe a sea lion that's been really active in the cove, kind of chasing swimmers out. I just heard this from somebody the other day. That's always a risk, and it's always something that we kind of look out for. We've never had a problem with it before. And supposedly it was down on the south end in front of the clubs. That's where most people are entering the water. But we will look out for that. And if that does happen, there's aggression in the water, we'll just, blow a whistle. Everybody can get out, swim to shore. Shouldn't be a big deal. So watch out for the birds. Watch out for sick birds. Other than that, there are no other warnings from the national park. Remember, we're in a national park. Let's be respectful. Make sure we pick up all of our trash and then some. There's always trash on that beach. I like to pick it up. There's buckets. We can throw it into the buckets and leave the place better than we found it. Oh no. Sorry. Okay. Green dots are good. This is water quality. Aquatic Park is green. That means good. Water quality meets California bacteria standards. Never seen a bad report in Aquatic Park. This is live wind. It got windy pretty early this morning. I went over the bridge today to Speedo sectionals, shouting out some of our swimmers, Jack and Justin and Alexi. Jack got a new futures cut, super exciting. But I got to see the fog, and then I also kind of peeked back, and Aquatic Park area was totally sunny. It was windy there by late morning, so we might encounter some wind. I'm anticipating kind of a similar day on Saturday than it was today. So we're looking at the tide here, 9 o'clock. Let's say 8:30. We're kind of arriving. It's a low tide. You can see the 0.6 foot tide, and it's climbing quickly all the way up to what, a 5, almost a 5 foot. By 11 o'clock, we're gaining 3 feet of water, so we're going to be able to see that tide difference really drastically. This is similar to the tide we had on May 25th, and the tide is coming in. So we got a current going this way. That means swimming along the buoy line towards the south end, even though that looks like it's the east end. It's the south end of the coast. We're going to have a current going this way, kind of like the wind. That's all I like to see on this page. Wind is helpful, but it doesn't really affect too much for us unless it's just out of control wind, but it shouldn't be. It's supposed to be sunny, I think. There could be a little bit of fog blowing in and out and here and there. But I think we're going to have a sunny day. You can see the fog is kind of right at the mouth of the bay. I don't know if that's recent. Okay, so it's kind of dissipated now, but this earlier it was foggy and coming all the way in towards Oakland. But we're kind of tucked in there. I think we should be okay. Best thing to do is look at the cams. This cam got super dirty, probably because of the wind. And there's Chrissy Field. You can see the fog way out there. Otherwise, it's clear. So I always like to check those. This morning I checked them and it was nice and clear, not a lot of wind. So everything looks good for our training on Saturday, 9 to 11. Remember to bring your equipment bag, kickboard and fins. We like to kick before we swim. We'll do a group kick, and then we'll hit the buoys and just get some swimming done. Saturday practice, open water. Okay, here's our schedule. This swim was great, and I've misspelled Donner, which is kind of embarrassing, but I know how to spell it now. That swim went off really well. It was Northern Nevada Aquatics and also Swim South Bay. Head coach Marissa had about 14 kids, no PSL, no PASA, no HDAC, but we had an awesome swim, probably a mile and a half or so in Donner. We hope to do that next year too after this meet. July 20. This probably won't be attended, but I put it on there just to showcase that there are USA Swimming sanctioned open water events. There are not many of them, but Nevada happens to be a powerhouse. They always send swimmers to national level comps and stuff. Must be because they have great weather year round and lots of reservoirs and lakes. I don't see us attending this. This is an Alcatraz swim put on by this foundation, It's fairly costly. I think it's in the $300 range or something like that. We are planning to do an aquatic park swim here. I already have the registration up and sent that out this morning. So, aquatic park in the Cove, August 24th. Coach Laura and I should be there. We are aiming for Western Zone open water champs. So, we need to let as many kids try and qualify for that as they can in the pool. So, we might run a small swim meet, just distance focused for an hour or two, and try and get as many kids qualified to go down to San Diego as we can, and that can make that trip. September 21 will be kind of the final one before that race. And then just like last year, October, we're going to do end of the season little potluck party and swim. And that maybe at a beach, maybe we'll do it at Aquatic Park. We'll figure that out. So everything looks good. Reminder, get there early to find parking and help set up. Bring your equipment bag. Bring any food that you'd like to eat, warm food, drink. I'm not sure if we'll have somebody bringing hot chocolate this time. Maybe you want to bring hot chocolate. And that is going to do it. We're at 11 minutes. We don't need a whole lot more than that. I will see you on Saturday morning.